Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. Today's little project is going to be another vase. I'm going to use I've got some more Leylandii kicking around the workshop and it's getting under my feet at the moment. So I'm going to turn a vase. I've got a log on the lathe, I'll show that to you in a minute. And unlike the last vase I did, I'm going to do the opposite of that. Whereas the previous vase had sort of like a tulipy type effect, this one's going to have a I don't know what you call it, it's going to be wider at the top than it is at the bottom. No live edges or anything. By the time it's whittled around it'll just be just the Leylandii. I'll show you the bit of wood. Right, there we go. It is about I don't know, 15 inches by about 6-ish. Very out of balance. It's got this sort of lumpy bit where there was a couple of branches attached. So that's going to be fun for a while. Use the bowl gouge on that, I think. Oh, there we go. But that's it. So our first job is to whittle it around. Right, running at about 400 RPM, no 500, sorry. I'm going to try and whip this lump bit up, freshly sharpened 1/2 inch bowl gouge. See how we get on. Let's try the roughing gouge now. I've made a bit of a dent in it. Right, I flipped it round, put it in the chuck. That mark there is roughly where I'm going to radius the top over. That mark there is where the base is going to be, and I'm going to taper it in that way, and I've set the rest up roughly at a taper that I'm going to achieve. Cheating or no, but I don't care. So I'm going to taper it down there. I'm going to leave this end parallel, because when I start hollowing out I'm going to have to put the steady rest on, and I'd like the steady rest on a parallel surface rather than a tapered surface. So let's see how we get on with that. Right, that'll do for a minute. And that area there will be radiused over to where the hollow out start. I don't think I need the base quite that big. I'll take a bit off there. Okay, well that's the outside done. That's ready for sanding. I might do a bit of that actually in a minute. here we are, the main body, apart from that bit, is all sanded down to 400 grit. I'm now going to put a couple of coats of sanding sealer on it, which will obviously help protect it while I do the rest of the... Oh, we'll do if I could get the lid off the bottle. There we go. Protect it while the hollowing out's being done and various other stuff I might do. I'm rambling again. It really does come up nice, this Leylandii. It really does test your turning skills as well, being soft and horrible. Right, so I'll put another coat on in a wee while, and then it'll be dun, 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 hollowing out. Yippee! Right, we're all set up for drilling. Got the old steady rest on. Bound up a bit, never mind, that's as far as we need to go with that one. Well, this is going to take a fair while, so I'll get back to you when I start doing some hollowing with some tools. I'll get back to you when I'm a bit closer. I'm sure you don't want to watch all of that. I'll see you in a bit. Right, I'm just going to give it a final scrape on the inside before I start sanding. Right. See it any better like that? I don't know. Nope, I don't think you'll see it any better like that. But not too bad. So I'm going to be sanding that, and probably won't go much more than 80 grit in there because I want the epoxy to stick good and proper to the fibres. And then we can see about finishing sanding when it's got a couple of layers of epoxy on it. Right, I'll show a little bit of the sanding, but I'm sure you're all well aware of how that works, so it won't be too much. Yeah, I'll carry on doing that a bit and then get back to you. Alright, that's all done on the inside. I'm now going to make a cone that I can put in there so I can turn that and remove the old steady rest. And plug the camera into charge, looking at that red flashing battery. Right, we're all turned round, and I'm just going to start the shaping on here, and then we'll see how we go. I think that'll probably do. Right, there we go, it's all rubbed down to 400. I'm going to put a couple of coats of sanding sealer on there, and then I'm going to flat off the whole thing with 600. And I'm going to put some chestnut microcrystalline on, because that's a bit more hard wearing, and where fingerprints and all that sort of stuff are concerned, which I suppose if you've got a vase you might be moving it around. And I might put a wood wax 22 just on the top of that, just to give it a bit more of a shine. Well, I could just cover the whole thing in epoxy, I suppose. but I don't really want to do that. Right, there's one coat. I'll put another coat on in a bit. When it flashed off, I'll sand it all down and get a coat of polish on it. I'll get back to you in a bit. Right, let's give this a whiz round, see what it looks like. Well, that's not too bad, that. I think I might give it a coat of wood wax later. This microcrystalline is, although it's very protective, never seems to have the same sort of shine as the wood wax. I don't know why. Right, time to finish off the bottom and take up the tan. Not quite as planned, it's split. Still, never mind. Rightio folks, here we have it. One Leylandii sort of reversey shaped bowl, finished in microcrystalline and woodwax 22, and as you can see, you might not be able to see actually, the grain patterns in that are quite nice. Hello, and Lazy Susans are getting a bit cranky, and I don't know if you'll see it in there, but it is actually coated with epoxy, so technically that could actually be used as a vase. Anyway guys, thanks very much for watching, and a big thank you to all of my subscribers, all the good old ones and the new ones coming on board. Hopefully be making a few more videos for you to have a laugh at. I'll see you later. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.